The millionaire Ethan Cole had built an empire out of nothing but stubborn grit and sleepless ambition, yet despite the towering glass walls of his corporate headquarters and the acclaim he received in the business world, nothing meant more to him than his infant son, Liam, the child who had arrived like a miracle after years of heartbreak. For that reason, Ethan had carefully chosen a maid and caregiver, Maria, a quiet, graceful young woman with gentle eyes and a warmth that settled the house like morning sunlight, and entrusted her with the routine care of his baby when he was away for long business trips. Though he respected her work, Ethan had never really taken the time to observe who she was beyond her duties, and in truth, he assumed she was simply grateful for the generous paycheck. But everything changed one quiet afternoon when Ethan returned home unannounced, exhausted from a deal that had gone sideways, his head aching from tension and his thoughts yearning for nothing more than the sight of his son. He pushed open the front door silently, not wanting to wake the baby if he was asleep, but as he stepped into the hallway toward the kitchen, he heard unexpected sounds, splashes of water, soft laughter, and a woman's voice humming a lullaby that tugged at Ethan's memory, something gentle and heartbreakingly familiar, something his late wife used to hum when she was pregnant. Confused, he walked closer, set down his briefcase, and paused at the kitchen doorway, only to freeze completely. There, illuminated by a beam of golden afternoon sunlight, was Maria, sleeves rolled up, her hair pinned back, bathing baby Liam in the kitchen sink, water sparkling like diamonds as the baby kicked and squealed with unrestrained joy. But what struck him wasn't the scene itself, it was the tenderness in Maria's face, the unmistakable maternal glow, the way she supported Liam with careful hands, whispering soft words of love as if she wasn't just a maid but someone who genuinely saw this child as her own. Ethan felt something crack open inside him, a feeling he didn't initially understand, part astonishment, part guilt, part unfamiliar warmth, as he watched his son reach out, tiny fingers stretching toward Maria's cheek with absolute trust. In that moment, Maria laughed, brushing her thumb over Liam's chin in a gesture so pure and instinctual that Ethan felt an ache rise in his throat. For months he had buried himself in work to escape the sorrow of losing his wife, telling himself he was doing it for Liam, to secure a future for him. But now, watching this scene, he realized how much he had missed, the little moments, the precious milestones, the giggles and splashes and wide-eyed wonder of a child discovering the world. He also realized how much Maria had stepped into a role he had neglected, how she had become the one who soothed Liam during midnight tears, who fed him with care, who played with him, who understood his rhythms and moods as if she were a living part of his world. Unable to stay hidden, Ethan finally took a hesitant step inside, and Maria, startled, turned around, her smile fading into embarrassment, her cheeks flushing pink. "Sir, I didn't expect you home today," she stammered, instinctively lifting Liam protectively as if afraid Ethan would reprimand her. But instead of anger, Ethan felt only awe. His voice shook slightly as he said, "Maria, what are you doing?" His words sounded harsher than he intended, but they came from shock, not accusation. Maria swallowed nervously, her eyes lowering. "He was crying, sir. He wanted a bath, and the bathroom pipes upstairs stopped working again. I thought this might calm him. I'm sorry if it's inappropriate." Ethan stepped closer, his expression softening as he saw Liam stretch tiny hands toward him. The sight melted what little resistance he had left. "No," Ethan whispered, "there's nothing inappropriate about loving a child." Maria's eyes widened, glistening with unshed tears, because beneath those words was something unspoken, a recognition of everything she had silently done for this home, for this baby, for a grieving father who had forgotten how to feel. Ethan gently reached out to touch Liam's wet hair, then glanced at Maria, noticing small details he had never let himself see before, the shadows of exhaustion beneath her eyes from long nights of care, the red marks on her hands from scrubbing, cleaning, washing bottles, the sincerity etched in her every movement. "Maria, you've done more for him than I have," he said quietly, his voice thick. Maria shook her head firmly. "No, sir. He needs his father. I'm just doing my job." But Ethan knew that was only partly true. What Maria was giving Liam wasn't something anyone could be paid to provide. It was connection. Devotion. Heart. He watched the interaction between them, realizing with a slow dawning clarity that Maria didn't just treat Liam like any other child, she treated him like a piece of her own soul. And Liam responded the same way, clinging to her, laughing with her, trusting her. Ethan felt a painful stab of guilt for being so absent, but also a wave of gratitude so overwhelming he didn't know how to express it. "Maria," he said, his tone shifting, becoming gentler, "will you tell me something honestly?" She hesitated, then nodded. "Do you care about him? Truly, not because it's your duty but because you feel something for him?" Maria blinked, caught off guard, and for a moment she seemed unsure whether she had permission to speak freely. Finally she whispered, "Yes, sir. I love him with all my heart. I know he's not mine, but I love him. I try to give him what I can." Ethan inhaled sharply, not from surprise but from the weight and sincerity of her words. That was the moment he realized that Maria wasn't an employee to his son, she was the closest thing Liam had to a mother figure since his wife's passing. A strange mixture of gratitude and sorrow tightened in Ethan's chest. "Maria, thank you," he said, voice cracking. "I mean it. Thank you for loving my son when I was too broken to show up." A tear slipped from Maria's eye as she looked at the floor. "You needed time to heal, sir. And Liam, he helped me heal too." Ethan felt something shift between them, an unspoken bond forming, not romantic, not yet, but deeply human. A bond of shared grief, shared responsibility, shared affection for a child who had unknowingly become the center of both their fragile worlds. As Maria wrapped Liam in a soft towel and handed him to Ethan, the baby giggled and pressed his tiny palm to his father's cheek. Ethan closed his eyes, holding his son tight, letting the warmth fill the cold spaces inside him. When he opened his eyes again, he looked at Maria with newfound respect and a quiet determination. "Maria," he said softly, "from now on, we take care of him together. Not as boss and maid, but as people who love him." Maria gasped softly, hope flickering in her gaze. "Are you sure, sir?" Ethan nodded. "I'm more than sure. This house, this family, we need you." And for the first time since his wife's death, Ethan felt something like peace settle into his soul. Because coming home unannounced hadn't led to anger or suspicion, it had led him to the truth he had been too blind to see. Sometimes the love your child needs the most is already right in front of you, quietly holding everything together. Ethan looked down at his son, then back at Maria, and smiled, a real, heartfelt smile that signaled the beginning of a different life, one where none of them had to carry their burdens alone. And with that, a new chapter in their lives began, one built not on wealth, but on warmth, trust, healing, and unexpected connection. If you enjoyed this story and want more powerful, emotional scripts like this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring more amazing stories to life.